change your pen. Hi, let's get this cracking, shall we? Let's move on now. So first of all, where are you from? Some of you guys were ahead of the game. Fantastic. So hit me up. Whereabouts are you? Hey, Jay, nice to catch you on. We have people already jumping on throughout. So whereabouts are you from? We know where you are, Jane, which is nice to catch you on. Whereabouts in the world are you from? Hertfordshire. Okay, cool. Near to Wales? Nortina, Ontario, Canada. We have some rellos over that way from Alberta. Lorraine from Ireland. Nice to catch you on, Lorraine. We also have a client from Ireland. I know it's not you because she has a different surname to you. Cool. Nice to know exactly where you are in the world. Okay, let me tell you why we're here today. I truly want to spend the next hour convincing you that there's a better way to run your salon. Oh, first class shit. I want to get your salon to give you the life you want. Now, we all have different desires in life, but whatever yours is, your salon should be delivering that for you. It should be helping you on the path to give you a life. And we're going to talk about that as we go through. I truly believe, and I've been doing this for 7 years now, that the world has changed for salon owners. We know, with the hair and beauty, how many people are going into our profession is next to zero. People are leaving. Less than 50% of the people actually are employees now. So we have over 50% of the people that are trained as hair or beauty people are actually, self-employed, one-man bands or have their own businesses, which doesn't leave a lot for us. We know they demand more, especially since COVID. The world has changed, and no matter what happens, we can't go back. We are stuck with this new world. Over 50% of hairdressers self-employed. Hardly anyone's come into our industry. The ones that are not, they're not like us. They're nothing, what they're like? They're nothing like what we were. We actually, I had to go and clean for almost a year at the basin for 2, and then I was earned the right to learn the craft off my boss. That isn't happening anymore, and you know that as well as I do. And staff need and want more money. We're in a world where they need and want more money, and we should obviously, as salon owners and business owners, be able to give them that. And we know clients are a lot less loyal than they were in our day. And I want to show you today how I overcame that in my salon and how I've taught my clients to overcome this also. So today, I'm letting you in on the inside. I'm going to show you how I helped salon owners make an extra 3.4 million last year alone. Here's a bunch of salon owners, and the people in my group, they know who they are. We track their take-ins on a monthly basis and on a yearly basis and on a 6-monthly basis. So these people know this is to be true. This is how much we've grown each salon by. You can see these are all real clients, I promise you. Now, we know if unless you've been hiding under a rock, your utility bills are getting out of control. Inflation is on a rise that never seen before in our world. Interest rates are going up, which is putting a squeeze on people who've got mortgages, and staff shortages are across the board. But the one thing that we're proud of is that, the average salon that worked with us earned an extra 80,000 in a year when they didn't work with us. And the stats show that the average person's running at a £17 loss are the ones that are out there right now at the moment. So for us, we know we're doing something right. Some people are just getting by, and some of the people that are working with us are absolutely smashing it. So there's something in what we do and what we say. For you guys that don't know me, my name is Richard McCabe. I've been a junior, I've been a hairdresser, I've been a salon owner in the UK, I've been a salon owner in Australia. I'm currently living in between 2 countries. I live half my life in Australia and half my life here in the northwest of England. I've been coaching now salon owners since 2015. I started doing it part-time when I owned my salons, and I sold my salons in 2017 to do this full-time. And I'm still going, and I'm still alive. And maybe I'm an old dinosaur at it right now, but I don't feel that way. I truly believe there's a lot of coaches out there right now. You might have seen heaps of them, but a lot of them are missing the point. And I shall show you later on what I think they're missing. I've dedicated the back end of my hairdressing career not to use my fingers to cut hair anymore and make people look beautiful, but to actually make salon owners like you more money, because a lot of salon owners I meet aren't making a great deal of money. They haven't got anything put away for their pensions, and they don't really pay themselves a massive amount of money that you can call a lifestyle. And we're here today, and hopefully you guys on the call are here for a reason, and I hope that reason is you want something different. Hey, Gemma, nice to catch you on. Hey, Angela. Hey, Claire. The stats don't lie. And the reality is that if you're taking less than 100K here in the UK, which is probably about 200K in Canada, I would say probably about 150 in Malta, about 200,000 in Oz, like you're broke, or you're better off working for someone else. The National Hair Federation and the Australian Hairdressers Federation have both agreed with these stats being true. Most people we speak to, and this is the people, most people on this call, is the reality is 60% of the people that own a salon take about 100K to about 300,000. And for me, that means they're working week to week. You know, they can't guarantee that they're going to make lots of money. If one staff member leaves, it hurts them. They don't pay themselves a great deal as a wage. And that is most places, we call this the war zone. And the reason we call it the war zone is because every day is a battle. Our job is to get you up to God living, of course, a spelling mistake there, good living, 300K. Once your salon cracks 300K, 600,000 in Australia, 600,000 in Canada, there's a really good chance that you're going to start earning a little bit more than the average person, which is good. The next stage is what we're trying to strive all our clients in the lifestyle group to achieve, is to crack that 500,000. And there's only 5% of the people in the UK. That's a very small amount. You know, we have hundreds of thousands of salons, but only 5% gets that level. And the 1%, the $1 million salons, they can do whatever the hell they like, hey. But our goal is to get you from the war zone up. And that's our plan today. Our plan will always be, and always has been, is to get all the salons that are in here up as fast as they possibly can. We want to catch them somewhere in here. That's our goal, and we're doing it very, very well. Salon owners that are working for us in our lifestyle group, they're buying second properties. I had a conversation with someone today who said to me, hey, Richard, I really want to get a third property. Do I buy another salon, or do I actually buy another house? She has surplus cash that she wants to invest in her wealth. We sat down and discussed that, and I gave her the answer. But she did that because she's actually earning enough money to have that surplus cash. The reality is, for me, I want you to take you from where you are now to whatever life you want to live. There's a journey that needs to happen. It doesn't happen overnight. But wherever you are at the moment, I want you to find out that your salon can give you the life of your dreams. And it can. I'm going to show you today there's just a numbers game. And once you master these numbers, it's very, very easy to take yourself from wherever you are now to the level that you want to get to. I created a foolproof system, and it's for salon owners like you that want to get success. Anyone can learn the system and have that salon give them the life they choose. We'll kickstart your journey with a 30% increase. And people work for us, and we have someone in the group who actually works for us in our lifestyle group. It's what we do. We increase their takings by 30%, and our goal is to literally try and make them achieve that within 12 months. So if you're sitting there now, let's say about 300,000, you'll end up with 90,000 extra, and most of that will go down to the bottom line, to your profit. If you're sitting there about 200,000, our goal is to get you to 260 with a 60,000 extra in your pocket. And not many of your bills are going to rise. So most of that is going to come straight down and drop into your profit. How do we do it? Well, we work on getting you like more clients each week. We work on getting reliable and motivated staff, which happens so instantly once you move forward with some sort of goal and some sort of aim in your life. You leading them with your newly learned skills is the key to this. You can't run your business winging it in 2023. A testimonial, okay, Richard, we need to talk about these emails and texts you got. This week is traditionally the quietest week of the year. Not now, no appointments left for the rest of the week. Just had to fit 8 in. That's right, 8 more clients from 1 discount text and only 1 interested in the offer. They all paid full price because you do something really quite special. And the reason so many salon owners stay in the war zone is you guys don't have enough money to get out. You got zero or no growth. Your staff are bored or underperforming. There's no profit to share with the team. So why would they put the effort in? There's not enough clients, not enough money, and no direction. And this is the missing link. The reason that most salon owners are stuck is leadership. Salon owners literally don't know their numbers. They don't know where the salon's going. They don't have any drive. They don't know how to make the drive happen. You need to motivate your team, which we'll talk about later. But the reality is, leadership is the key to everything. Imagine a ship going out in the water with no captain and no one using the steering wheel, and everyone's just working away like headless chickens. No one knows where you're heading. I want you all to be interactive with me if you can. I want you to just choose 1 for really poor and 10 for really good. Where do you sit right now on leadership? Would you say you are a good leader to your team? Just pop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for it. Just choose now. Hit me up. So where would you say you are on leadership? 3, says Sarah. 4 to 5, says Hannah. Hannah, where would you be on finding staff? Let's go for that. Let's stay ahead of the game. Sarah, where would you be on staff? Let's keep it going. I'll look at your numbers and I'll know where you are. Lorraine, 7, love that. Deirdre, 5, in the middle. Let's choose. Deirdre, choose again. You can't choose 5, a 4 or 6 at least. Choose which one you want. You can't choose 5. 4, says Lorraine, on finding staff. Yeah, there's a 6, says Hannah. Love that. All right, guys, there's a keeping staff. How good are you at keeping your staff? Deirdre, love it. How good are you at filling white spaces? Okay, let's go for it. Filling white spaces, keeping staff. Come on, I'll know your numbers. Jane, keeping staff, 10. Love that, Jane. We know you're good. Jane is in my group, of course. 10. Love that, Jane. I would stay with you as well. Lorraine, 8, 9, 6. How about filling white spaces, guys? Where are you at filling white spaces? If you've got 6 white spaces this week, how good are you at filling them white spaces? Jane says 10. Jane, you're here to show off today because you're with us, aren't you? Hannah, 5. Hannah, you can't choose 5. Let's go loud, down and up. No one can choose 5. So 5's just a cop-out going, that's just 5. So whoever chose 5, let's unchoose it. Come on, Hannah, choose something else. Profit. How about your salon? Come on, Hannah, wait for you to do it. Profit. Whereabouts are you on the profit scale? Are you making loads of profit, or you're not making a great deal, making 0, somewhere in between? Latina, love the honesty. Thank you so much. 2. Hannah, 4. Jane, 7. Deirdre, 4. Love that. Beautiful. Sarah, 1. We need to talk. We really do. You're in the right place, I promise you. Okay, what about goals? How many of you set a goal for this year and are on target to hit it? How many of you set goals? How many of you have a goal written down for your team and your team know about this goal and you've told the whole world about it and you're going for it? How many have goals right now? 2, says Hannah. 1, says Sarah. There's a pattern here. 10, says Jane. Of course it would, Jane. You're in my group. I might have to kick you out. Come on, guys. Who's set a goal? How many have got a target, which means the team know all about it and you know exactly what that figure is and you know exactly how much you have to do each week and each month? Jane says 10 again. You are getting kicked out in a minute. Hannah says 2. Can you see the pattern happening, guys? There's a pattern here, and you don't know this stuff, and that's good. You know, Sarah, we definitely need to. You need to stay to the end on 2. Or Jane. Yes, we'll kick her out. Guys, systems. How many of you have your business systemized, which means your salon is the destination, not you? You're not the busiest fool Systems mean that all your team are busy, not necessarily you. That's what systems mean. How many of you have systemized your business right now? Love that, Sarah. Lorraine, up there now. Jane's up. Jane, you're going to 10 across the board. You jumped on here webinar not so long ago and you weren't on 10s. Loving the fact that you are. Loving it. Lorraine, Anna. Okay, come on, next one. Guys, how many of you absolutely are excellent at marketing? Now, that means that you're putting stuff on Instagram, Google My Business, Facebook, and it makes clients book in. That's what marketing is for me. It makes clients book in. Jane, thank you for your honesty. 3 at last. She can stay in. Lorraine, 6. Deirdre, 1. Sarah, 7. 6. Beautiful. Right. Time management. How many of you, before you answer, how many of you have time in your diary booked out to maybe walk the dog, have a break, work on the business, work on salon growth, or are you running around like a fool? 1, you're a fool. 10, you've got your feet up, relaxed. How many have good time management? Mine is terribly poor and I'm working the best ever to get that fixed. Hey, Lorraine, well done. 10 for you. Love it. Deirdre, 3. Jane, 7. Getting there. Yeah. Awesome. I'm trying, this is not a quiz. This is just a self-reflection for yourself and no one else. Culture. Let me tell you what this is. Salon, before you answer, a salon culture is all about your team know where you're going, what they need to do to get there, and they're helping you achieve all your goals. So if you've got a crap one for goals, you've got a crap one for culture. So what are you doing with your culture, guys? Dive in. How are you doing with that? 2. 9, says Lorraine. Well done. 9, says Jane. Deirdre says 2. 1, says Sarah. Love honesty. Really do. Next one, salon growth. Who right now is onto a real salon growth? They're doing great in their business. They are smashing it. They're really growing their business by a substantial amount, because don't forget, inflation's gone up by about 12.5% here in the UK. So if you've not beat 12.5%, you are struggling. Lorraine, 4. Thank you for your honesty. Hannah, 2. Jane, 8. Jane, why could you not come to London, Jane? Why did you just not wipe everything out? You need to do that. We have one little place left to get into a beautiful restaurant today. Amazing restaurant. Only one place left in that restaurant. Bless it. Deirdre, 8. Fantastic. Okay, and the final one, the last one, guys. How many of you know your numbers? So right now, if I asked you your wage percentage, your stock percentage, your average bill, how many weeks between appointments, how many of you would answer all of these? If you answer all 5, then you get a 10. If you answer less, then work your way down. Anna says 2. Lorraine says 8. Love that, Lorraine. Jane says 5. Jane, you can't choose 5. Not letting you off because you're in my group. you gotta do more than 5. Go down or up if you choose. 4. Love that. Sarah, 7 and before Anna 2. All right, guys, thank you so much. Love that. A bit of fun, but do you know, a bit of reflection on yourself right now. If your salon is where it is and you've answered a bit low to some of these questions, I think you know why. And I think that's what we're trying to get out of you today. You now know why. It's as simple as that. And I want to come right straight at your back. It's all your fault. You need to find out what's going on in your business and you need to fix it. Like some of the things I never want to do again. I was absolutely, my first 7 years in business, I spent more money than I could possibly make. I just kept spending and spending and spending, and I worked week to week. I had a good salon. I was making good takings, but I went from week to week, and I had this really horrible habit of spend, because the money's coming in. I was a business owner, wasn't I? And I was buying new cars, and I was buying flip phones, and then the other new phone came in, I bought that one. And let me tell you, I cracked up a lot of debt. And I promised myself that day I'll never get in debt ever again. And I paid that debt off, and it took me 15 years or more to clear that debt. Let me tell you, I kept getting new credit cards because, you know, my business was doing so well, wasn't it? But it wasn't. I didn't realize I was actually living way above my means. Then I went to Australia, took my salon to Australia, opened up, and we flew again. I was making so much money. I was paying myself $3,500 a week. I was loving life. And guess what? Came to a day that I had a massive tax bill. I think VAT, we call it GST and all. And it was 50-something K. and I had no money. So I had to put that money on the Never Never. And if you've ever done this, if you've ever put the VAT money on the Never Never or the tax money on the Never Never, the next year is a hard year because you're paying a year behind. You're paying a year where you are now. And the tax man's estimated you're doing so well, he'll want you to pay in advance, and it hurts. And I promised myself on that day, it doesn't matter. I didn't learn the first time, but the second time I'm going to learn. And that's when I created Profit Now. And I realized it was absolutely nothing to do with takings, nothing at all. It's to do with how much money you have left. So I created a course called Profit Now. It was made from Mike Malkovich. It's Profit First. He hasn't quite got it for the hair and beauty industry, but we did. It took me a year and a half to build this. And literally starting next month, we're teaching this to our salon owners again, so they know that they can make profit. There's money they can make, which we call a fun account, so they can use that with their staff members. And then there's a profit account that they get to put into profit for a rainy day whenever they want anything, because that is how we build wealth. And I learned this by my massive mistake, and I don't want you to learn either. Hey, first of all, Richard knows nothing about this post, but I just have to say, I see comments, RE, can't afford a coach yet. We were exactly the same thoughts, but now after signing up, only been a few weeks, I'd just like to leave this for all you to think about. Today started as what I thought was going to be a snowballing wreck. I remember this so well. Message Richard, and he quickly got me refocused and some ideas. Next thing, I filled 9 hours of gaps over the next 2 days with one idea RE reworded at his suggestion. That was only action 2 hours before we closed. Let's see what happens in the morning. This month's paid for, and it's only the 2nd of the month. Sometimes when it all just falls into place, it is beautiful. Now, one of the reasons you guys don't succeed is because you have a million things to do, and you don't know which one to do first. You don't know one which is just sucking up your time, and you don't know which ones are actually making you money. And you end up working on your to-do list, doing all this, and you don't spend any time on stuff that really needs to get done. And you're just like everybody else, because this is all you know. Maybe this is all someone showed you. It's a broken model, needs to be changed. I found when I was leading my team, when I decided that I wanted to lead my team, that by mastering these 3 things, my salon grew fast and became more successful than I ever thought possible. The first one, not increasing takings to cover inflation and bills. Right now, in Australia, we've just had 11 months of interest rate rises on the mortgages, and it's hurting people. And if you're not growing your business enough to cover the costs, you're going to really quickly die a very slow death. If you're here in the UK with electricity and bills going up by over 12%, if your business isn't growing by a decent amount, your bills are going to eat all your profits. And it won't be long before your staff leave because they need more money. We're going to talk about that in a second. Second one is staff. Right now, it's hard to find them. It's hard to keep them. It's hard to keep them motivated. And they all need extra money because they're in pain too. And they're looking for you because you're the boss. You're leading this ship, hopefully. You're going to hold them together and go, I know how to get clients. I know how to get the salon busy. I know how to fill the pot of money to share with you. They are looking to you to make sure their future, their mortgages, their families are safe. And we don't realize how important this is, because otherwise they will leave and they'll leave the industry. And the last one is problem 3, not being a good leader. You have to understand the numbers, and I'll tell you for why. I'm going to London very soon to do this live gig, and it spent me probably close to 3 months to build this. And it's a special numbers reading machine that tells you exactly what's going on in your business. And the reason I built it, because even a lot of my clients don't understand the numbers. But the one thing that I find very uncanny, I don't know why this is. Maybe as a child, I was watching lots of detective movies. I don't know. But when I see numbers in a salon, it speaks to me. Your business right now is telling you everything you need to do, but it's tied up in a computer system. And I don't care which one you use, you can't understand what it's saying. No one does. I had a conversation with someone this morning, and you know who you are. You're on this call, that you struggled with the numbers too. People don't understand them, and your salon is shouting at you what you should do, and you need to know, but you don't. Your team needs to know you have their back. Your staff will go self-employed. Your takings will plateau or drop. You lose your mojo, and it's Groundhog Day. The hard work you put in isn't worth it. How many of you feel that right now? Because that's what I hear when I speak to salon owners. Here's how I overcame all of these and got my salon to give me the lifestyle I wanted. Be the best in town at something, and here's how. You must be #1 in town. We have created probably I don't think there's anything like it in the hair industry, that is showing you how to find clients and how to find clients fast. I think Jane gave us a 10 for this. Now, we know that somebody from Salon A right now, like, new clients aren't born outside your salon. They actually come from another salon, which means they've came because they're unhappy. Actually, let's put it on the face of the person. Let's blow her up and give her a very sad face. She's unhappy, or he. And they're unhappy because when someone leaves a salon, they leave because they didn't get what they wanted. And we know there's a really cool hack, really quite cool. And we know that if we do this hack, clients get to see us. And if they get to see us, they will actually like us. And if they like us, they'll come to the salon. And if you actually do your stuff, so if you're good at balayage, if you're good at curly hair, if you're good at waxing or nails or skin peels, whatever it is you're good at, you're going to have to tell somebody. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, if you're sitting in a bar or a coffee shop and you're speaking to someone and you look at them and you go, hey, I know what you need. I know what make you look great. That's what I'm talking about. But saying to strangers that don't know who you are. And if you master that, you can get unlimited clients in the salon. And that is one of the main things that we teach to grow businesses. Some of you guys right now are probably experiencing fewer client visits. Now, we know clients are dragging their appointments out like crazy. We know they do. We know that most salons that get, the stats here in Australia, in the UK and Australia, are 17% of new clients. 17. I believe it's more like 25. We aim our clients to keep 50%. Our goal is simple. Our goal is to make sure that when the client comes, they stay. So we've got to find the right client. We don't want discounted clients. We want to find the right clients. When they're new, we want them to come to us because we're the best. And it means you can grow your business twice as fast or 3 times faster than anybody else out there. It matters. You see, when a client comes, if we can get them to return, like, if we can get them to come and keep it 50%, like, we need 600 clients to fill someone. It takes 20 weeks to fill a senior. If we do our job right, if you get these posts completely right, you can grow this person really good. Yeah. I know, yeah, the stats are come from the AHC in Australia and the National Hair Federation or Beauty Federation here in the UK. Most people believe, and they won't argue with that, they reckon 17%. Now, Hannah, just going back for Hannah here. Now, remember that, Hannah, some people are doing 60% and some people are doing 1%, and that gives you the average of 17. I think it's more like 25%. All the businesses that we see, our goal is to get to 50, and that's our aim. And I see a lot of people, because we track all the clients we coach, we track their new clients and their retention. Hope that helps. We know clients are dragging out their appointments right now. They literally are. And let me tell you, which I found quite astonishing when I had my salon, was this was going to cost me about $165,000 if I didn't act. Now, that's a hell of a lot of money. And the reality is, if someone comes to your salon right now 4 times a year, yep, and they decide to drag it out and they're going to go, maybe going to come 3 times, that's it. They'll miss an appointment, or they'll drag it out enough so they only come 3 times. That's a 25% loss in your business. And this is what we're seeing. People are dragging it out, so they're missing 1 appointment. And we know the average at the moment is about 12 weeks, which is 4 times a year. So if they do that, you're going to literally lose 25,000 per 100,000 takings is going to be wiped out by these people dragging it out. So you must you must make sure that you have a strategy to pull them back. And I did. And I'm going to show you today. And we did that, and that saved me 165,000. White spaces will be the decider as to whether you make a good profit or struggle to get by. I promise you that. White spaces right now are sucking the profit out of your business. We're seeing more people canceling, moving, dragging out than around the world. We coach people in the States, we coach people in Australia, we coach people here, New Zealand, Ireland, one in Malta. That's the world we're living in right now. So you're going to have something. And if you haven't, you're just going to sit there and let the money just go down the drain. Time to act. Use all your lapsed clients to fill the last minute space. And this is what I mean. I truly believe, and I did this for 15 years in my salon when I realized that we'd cracked it, that you have a big pool of people that absolutely love your salon. They love it to death. They think it's brilliant. These are the ones that rebook, hardcore, book online. They always come back within their time. It's about sort of, maybe 75% of the people that you do. But there's a pool of people that still love you. They still absolutely adore you. And there's about 25% of them we recommend, we sort of think, gauge there are, that drop off. And our job is to realize who these people are. I call them lapsed clients. I think they love me. I think they just can't afford me. Maybe they've bought a house and they can't come as often. Maybe they've had a child and can't come as often. Maybe their kids are going to private school. Maybe the fact they bought a new car. Maybe they've lost their job. There's a million reasons why they don't come back as often, but they love you still. But they're going to have to go out and they're going to have to find a salon that is cheap because they can't afford you anymore. And they're not happy about it. Or we do something to these people. We do a bundle or we do an offer. You've seen some things I've done already. There's a few tricks on how you do that I can't say here because it's for clients only, but you can do something with these. And when you do something with these, they come back in this pot. And your job is to, when they come back in the pot, get your staff to rebook them, give them a bit more love, tell them why they shouldn't drag it out. And your job is to keep this moving at all times. And the problem is most of you are doing nothing that's important. And most of you are losing that money. It's gone. And the difference is massive. Like if someone at the moment, we believe that someone should do 30 clients a week. Yep. And on average, let's say it's 8 weeks to keep it nice and simple. You're doing about 240 clients. That's how many clients you need to keep you busy every 8 weeks. If they drag it out 1 week, you lose 10 grand. If they drag out another week, you lose about 8 grand. If they drag it out another week, you're now down about 30 grand almost. The reality is that for every week, you're going to lose 10 grand. So if you've got 5 staff members, your business is going to drop by 50K. But if you do something about it, your business can grow by 50K. So if you do nothing and people are dragging out their appointments, you're doing nothing, you will see your business decline. And it's nothing to do with you, and it's no fault of yours. But you can control this. And if you do control this, there's a good chance that you can turn that around and you can increase your business by 10,000 per staff member. And that's a lot. But the choice is yours. He's one of the guys we've done some work with. The key to the group is easy, really. Just do what Richard says. £2,149 in vouchers sold in a day. You can see his proof that's just here. Sent out a beat the clock email, 2 bookings in the first hour. He explained exactly how he did that. You see, there is an old way and there's a new way. And the old way was for you to nag your staff to do rebooks. Yeah, rebook your staff. The old way was to do more retail. The old way was, oh, you must do 3 times wage. But your team forget. They don't do rebooks. They think they're a bit pushy, so they won't do retail. And they got no chance of hitting 3 times wage because there are too many white spaces. Well, we believe that the best way was for you to take control of the new way, not them. Don't leave it with them. They'll take the easy route and do nothing. The easy way is easy. Like if you build a system, a client journey, where you just say, hey, there's 5 steps in the business. And if you do A, B, C, D, and E, then rebooks just happen because the clients want to rebook. People buy retail because you've educated them how good they need it. And you get 3 times wage without any effort. Raise the value, up your game, make your client journey second to none, and make sure the client feels that you're good value for money. The client journey looks something like this. Stage 1 is the hello, how you doing? Apparently, we've got 20 seconds to make a decision if that client's going to stay or not, by if she feels like she's gone to a salon that she's actually decided that's actually right for her. She saw your marketing, she saw your reviews, she's asked their friends, and she's coming in thinking it's going to be the right salon, and you better perform. So how you say hello in the first few seconds makes all the difference. You know, make sure you're not too busy to say hello. Stage 2, we call that the consultation. There's 6 steps in that consultation. And the point of that consultation is easy: to find out if the client likes their hair, to find out what they want to do with it, to find out what they want to do with their nails or their makeup. Your job is to find out a bit about this client, find out what problem she's got, and fix it. Stage 3 is called the upsell. And the reason we do a stage 3 in upsell, and you're going, oh, Richard, we don't want to upsell. Let me tell you why we do upsell. If the client comes to you and has one service, there's a good chance you can leave. So let's just talk in the hair world for a second. If you only cut and blow dry your hair, and I see my friend's hair that's really quite nice, I might go to her hairdresser. If she has a cut and a color, and she loves the cut and the color, it's very hard to leave because she's got to leave the color behind and the haircut. Now, if she has a color cut and a treatment and loves it, but thinks about her best friend hair looks nice, but I can't go because they don't have the products and they don't have the treatment like I have. So the more services that you get them to do, the more loyal they are. I truly believe is 1 service, 1 times 2 services, double, 3 services, triple. Look at your best clients. I bet they have more than 1 service in your business. You must upsell. Now, stage 4, we call that the show and tell. That's all about where you go back to stage 2 and you go, hey, remember, and they'll go, yes, cool. Stage 5 is where they pay. Now, I jumped past show and tell really fast because all they do at stage 5 is pay. All the rebooks are done at stage 4. All the product sales are done at stage 4. The reception is where they pay. Think about when you're at a restaurant and you had a beautiful meal, few glasses of wine, some great company, and you ask for the bill. Imagine them trying to upsell you, trying to get them to book back in for the meal. Just give me the bloody bill, will you? Because now my head's left. I'm thinking about the car park. I'm thinking about the kids. I'm thinking about the babysitter. I'm thinking about doing some shopping on the way home. I'm thinking. And that's what your clients are like. And you try and upsell them in the middle of this thinking. Their brain has already left when they're at that till. And you try and rebook them and sell them product. Come on, guys, have a system now. That's the old way. It doesn't work. This is the old way, was when the rep said, go and get some shampoo off the shelf and let them smell it and they'll buy it. Or put the shampoo in front of them. If they pick it up, they've bought it. Come on, guys. We've been here before. They don't work. They never have worked. You know, your staff don't like doing it. You don't like telling your staff to do it. So let's find the right way. This way works. It gives you an average bill goes through the roof and gets clients to be loyal. And we've been using this now for my salon for about 15 years. And the reason is massive. Let's just say we stay at 100 clients, right? We're not going to have, ignore everything Richard said about getting clients to return. Ignore everything Richard said about getting new clients in the door. These are things that he's an expert in and he does very well. But let's just forget him for a second. Let's just say you increase your business by £5. If you're in Canada, double it. If you're in Oz, double it. So average 20. I hope no one's doing 20 right now. But if we up that to 25, it's 26 grand. For £5 more from a client is 26,000 a year. Let's jump all the way down to 50. If you had 25 right now and you went to 50, take a look at that. It's 130,000 more. Look at these guys. Just take a look at them. Your job, hopefully it's your job, as the leader of your salon, is you need to master how to get clients to come in the door. You've got to master how to get them to return, and you're going to master exactly how to get this average bill up without selling. Now, tell me here, just tell me before I move on, Do you think if you use these, any one of these, or all three of these, do you think you're going to make some money? Do you think you're going to go like through the roof if you knew how to do this? Like 130 grand by upping the average bill, by giving them some more love, cross-selling, ask them what's wrong with their hair, recommend stuff. Can you see the difference? Imagine you go from 50 to 100, you're on $500,000. What's your thoughts, guys? For you guys that, you know, we've done the leadership, this is your job. This is what a salon owner should do. Do you think that you would make more money if you implemented these in your salon? I think damn right, yes. That's what I think. You see, you get a choice. It's Groundhog Day, so you can continue as you are now or choose your dream life. But I promise you this, you have the choice. We all do. We all have the choice to go for it or to continue on the same path. I know what I want. I went from Groundhog Day to mastering these systems to get me the dream life. You see, I had a salon and I was just like you. I didn't know which way to turn. I tried all things and I ended up exactly where I was 15 years later. Nothing changed. Nothing happened. It was then I realized things had to change. You see, I started from scratch, like probably most of you on this call. My average wage when I first started was paying $30,000 a year. And that's not a bad wage, but it wasn't life-changing, but it wasn't a bad wage. I did work 7 days a week for that. When I cracked the code and realized if I mastered these three things, if I became the leader, if I truly looked after my team, my job is to look after them and the clients. I then got to a stage where my wage was 104,000, working only 1.5 days a week. That's English pounds. It was well over $200,000. And then people started asking me how. I know training a team member when they leave. I know it's hard and it costs you time. It costs you money. It costs you in lost revenue because clients don't like it when they like change. It lost a lot of effort, but you have to do something different. We have to move forward. Jane on the call, who's one of our clients, has her staff members last a long time. She's a good leader. It makes a difference. It's just an excuse. This is what happens when we find clients. You see, if you can't find staff right now, for us, what we do is we ask the right questions to our clients and find out, why would someone come to you? Why should they? And it's the same way we find clients for you is how we find staff for you. It's the same. You've got to be good at something and people want to be part of that culture and we have to share that. If you want to stop losing staff members and you want your staff members to stay, you must future pace their career. They must know that there's a scale that they can actually earn more money than when they stay with you. They want their KK moment. Their KK moment, Kim Kardashian moment, is their bragging rights. They want to go home to their parents and say, I've just done Kim Kardashian's hair. They want to go to the pub with their friends and say, I've just had Kim Kardashian in the salon. Now, we know that's not going to happen to us mere mortals. But the reality is you've got to figure out what is their Kim Kardashian moment. Now, for me, when my team hit target, they bragged about it. When my team won big awards, they bragged about it. When my team knew the salon was growing, they bragged about it. When they had big bonuses, they bragged about it. That was their Kim Kardashian moment. They knew the salon was on a journey and they were involved in that. They want to know that they can grow. Who wants a job? And the job stands for just over broke. And there may be people on this call today that's paying their staff just enough to live. And they deserve more. I can't believe we're only on problem one. Let's speed up a bit. Problem two, staff leaving the industry in droves or going self-employed. We know it's happening. They want more than a livable wage. They want a life too. We know you can't find staff We know staff want more money, otherwise they will be forced to leave. That's why the 30% is the holy grail. You must have 3 times wage. If you haven't got your wage bill around the 30 to 40%, if it's not in the middle of 35, we know that it's eating some of your profits. And then profits belong to you and your team. We have to get that organized. You need to know your numbers so you can help them. They're crying out for your help right now. Your Salon computer system is telling you what to do and you don't understand. You need to motivate your team with great hours, great money, and a lifestyle. And they're just like you and me. We just want a great life, and they're no different. My staff members, I remember on a Saturday, my staff members would high-five each other when the salon hit target. Not because they were getting commission, not because they're getting rewarded, but they knew that our salon was actually had something to aim for. We set a year goal. We always do. We set a year goal without fail, and we know where we are now. And we do this with our clients, by the way. When you come on board with us, one of the first things we do. And my staff knew when we started to hit the targets that they realized they were part of something bigger than just them. And I think that's what's missing in the industry right now. Problem 3, leadership. I couldn't find a cork bobbing in an ocean, but most salons are run way out of control. They bob along hoping that they'll hit an island, and some do and some don't. But I want you to be perfectly calm waters, steering that ship and actually taking your salon and your staff on the journey of a lifetime. You see, your staff don't want to be disconnected. I think they find that boring. They don't just want a job. If you look at your team members now, you'll see the ones that are giddy and the ones that are just turning up for the money. I want people to belong. I want people to be part of my journey. I want to be all on a journey with them. We're all going to win. I'll win, I'll make some money. They'll win, they'll make some money. We belong together. And your team deserve better rewards. They really do. I want to share with you later one of the awards with my team members. We had a system one year and we said to our team members, for every week that you hit target, I'm going to put a marble in a jar. So you've got 48 weeks. That's 48 chances to put a marble in a jar. So every time they hit target, each staff member put a marble in a jar. And at the end of the year, 12 months later, we pulled out 2 marbles and we offered to pay to fly these people around the world. We was in Sydney and we offered to fly them to Paris for a hair show, to London to learn to cut hair with their hairdresser of the year at the time, and fly back. And they could take their boyfriends with them. Isn't that amazing? For a whole 12 months, we had a goal, we had a number, we had a reward, we had everything. Now, let me tell you what happened. These 2 staff members that won decided not to go. They said, Richard, what would it cost? And we said, well, it actually cost about 10,000. And they said, can we have the 10,000 and can we all go to Melbourne instead? So we give them a credit card, we bung 10 grand on it and said, go and have the time of your life. And they did. Just sat there and invite me along. They just left us behind. But the point was that we knew exactly how much we could reward them if we hit that. Now imagine this. What a massive prize. Do you know how much money we made that year? It was a lot more than the 10 grand we give away, because almost every person hit target. Everyone. It was impeccable. It was the time that even the head of L'Oreal, who's now the head of Paris, came to me and said, how's your salon doing this? It's a small salon in the middle of nowhere, and you are beating a lot of the big boys in the city. We killed it that year. Now, we're on a journey together, guys. And if you're like me right now, and you believe that we're working with a broken model, and I truly believe we do, because there's too many salon owners that aren't making money. There's too many salon owners that aren't making this like life-changing. And no matter what they do, year after year after year after year, is not happening. Something is wrong. And I was like that until I realized I had to do something different. Because me following that path for 7 years took me nowhere. The truth is this: if over 50% are now self-employed, and over 60% of salon owners are stuck in what we call the war zone, and only 25% have a good living, spelling mistake there, and only 5% make it to life-changing, and staff are dissatisfied because we see it every day, and there's little or no profits because I know I get to see these when I take people on. Bills are increasing to scary levels, and you are stressed out. Something is wrong. And I'm sure you've seen this and heard this a million times. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting it to be different. It's not. It never is. So come on my journey as I show you how I showed these people that have given me 5 stars, that I've made them money, that I've made their lives different. And you'll meet these people in our group. We can show you testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. That goes on and on and on and on. We are the best kept secret in the hairdressing industry. And on average, we made salon owners 80,000 each. 3.8 million, I think it was. There you go. 3.8 million in 1 year extra to what they did before they came to us. That was astonishing. Now, I've seen lots of coaches out there make up their numbers by saying certain things like it could have been 4 million lifetime value and that malarkey. This is actual money in their till. This was cash in 12 months. You'll be able to work less on the floor and more on the salon. We have a 9-step system. We have a making money system. We have a build the dream team system. And we have a salon management for yourself to be the perfect leader. You'll learn how to find new clients, fill white spaces, increase retail, rebooks, and your average bill. That's how we get you to make the money. How to train your team, employing staff, systemize your salon, planning your dream life, perfect team meetings, targets and commissions, and build your personal wealth. Because at the end of the day, that's all we'll have left is how much money we've got to keep in our business over the X amount of years we've been salon owners. And it goes fast, as you guys probably know. You'll have a 3-year profit and loss forecast, a break-even workout, and how to do the perfect bookkeeping. You'll be able to work less on the floor and more, work less on the floor and more on the salon. You'll be able to know what to work on next. You'll be able to set goals and targets that staff will love to hit. You'll be able to get more done in a lot less time. You'll be able to stop procrastinating and being overwhelmed, which is the biggest killer for most salon owners. And you'll be able to stop imposter syndrome. You'll be able to stop finally winging it. I did that for 7 years. What a waste. And you'll be able to save 15 years of trial and error, which is what it took me to build these systems. You see, I truly believe if we're here and now, and you want to get yourself a 30% increase, it's a hike, it's a jump. And if you want to stay where you are with 0, which we do know is going to be an awful lot left. So I'm going to put here, it's actually going to be a minus 11% if you stay at 0. And let's put something like 15% in between, which most people are going to hit. And then let's do minus just 5% and minus 10%. Let's just do that. And the reality of this is, let's get a nice black. Who wants to be on that line? I don't. I don't want to be anywhere near it. But if you take a look at this, you see, I truly believe that time is all we have. And if you want a 30% increase this year, instead of a 0, and I set this at 6 months, which won't be too far away, near September time. If you start today, it's a sidestep. If you wait 6 months, it's impossible. And if you wait till near Christmas, you ain't never going to get close to it. Action is required fast. Otherwise, time gets away with everyone. So where do you want to be in 12 months' time? And what do you have to do today to make yourself on that path? You are losing thousands and thousands every year by following a broken model. I truly believe that. And you don't know what you don't know. You don't know you're losing it. I'm sure you might feel there's more white spaces. You might feel that there's not much profit. And every year that passes is every year that you've lost thousands and thousands. I almost lost 100,000. A lot of money. We've shown you the difference between these three key elements to grow your business. Some people say you should never discount. I say they're wrong. I think you should always discount, but you have to in a very, very clever way. Some people say you can't get your team to 3 times wage. That's because even some coaches out there that say this have never done it. I've done it myself for over 15 years. I teach my salon owners to do it. I say they're wrong. Some people say staff want to be self-employed. I think we force staff to go self-employed. I think we don't give them the hours they want. I don't think we give them the flexibility they want. And I don't think we give them the money they need. And I think these people are wrong. Some people say you can't make good money from a salon. I've made a fortune from being a salon owner. And I know lots of people I've coached over the last 2 years, especially through COVID and out of COVID, that they have made thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands more than they ever would have. I get phone calls from people to say, I've got 50 grand left in the bank. What do I do? I've got 100 grand in the bank. What do I do with this money? Whatever you want. So these people, I say you're wrong. Some people say you should sell more retail. The amount of times I got told by my reps, sell more retail, make more money for nothing, sell more retail. The amount of energy I put into selling retail, how wrong I was. These people are wrong. That's what's wrong with the old model. If I had my time again, I wouldn't have listened to any of them. At my time of life, I've wasted years and years of my life I'll never get back, listening to people giving me advice on something they know nothing about because they've never had a successful salon that's made a lot of money. They are wrong. So what would life be like? What price would you put on that life? Imagine for 2 seconds, what would life be like if you got an extra 80,000 in your bank account, or 50,000 sitting there, whatever you want to do for rainy money, or you not working on the floor anymore, or you having enough time off to take 4 weeks off and have a 4-week holiday and your salon's still good? What would life be like if you possibly could actually achieve your dream? Imagine, what would it be like? I have that. Every year I choose a target of what I want my life to look like, and I have 12 months to make it happen. It's a great life to live. So what price would you put on that life? What would you sacrifice to have the life of your dreams? Would you sacrifice time, or would you sacrifice money? If we can make an extra 100 salons, an extra 80 grand each in the worst time in business history, think what we can do for you. Every person on this call, including me, will pay with time or they'll pay with money. If you don't have the money, you have to do the time. You have to do all the jobs and everything in between. If you have a bit of money, you can save years of your life by doing stuff that you know someone else has done before you. So what would you invest to take years off your life, to be successful quicker, and to live the life of your dreams? So if you're ready to join us, I want to offer a thank you for coming to the webinar. And for the first 5 people, we have an offer. And it's a very unique offer. Never been done before. We have about 17 people on the call. I know a couple of your clients already, so it's probably not open to you. But if you're ready for this, this may be your time. This offer is unique. So if you join us today, and we only have 5 of this, we do have some bonuses later, but we only have 5 of these. We're heading to London in 3.5 weeks' time. And we're going to teach people how to grow their business, be a leader, how to lead people, how to control their money, and how to control their time. It's something we've never done before. And I want to offer you a free place to our London event. It's free. The minimum we charge, the general admission ticket that we're offering here, is worth £1,000. That's what we charge. And it's yours, the first 5 people who join. The question is, are you going to be one of the first 5 that are ready today to commit? We charge $124 a week to work with us, payable for weekly. And for that, you get us to coach you in your business to get you to be the true leader. For everyone else on the call who aren't in the top 5, we'll get the rest of the bonuses. Now, please message me privately. I'm just going to jump in here and get a link for you guys. If anyone's ready to jump in and actually wants this link right now and wants to make sure they bag the free trip in London, and Jane, you know that we're going down there, you know how much it costs, we're not here, it's all true. I'm going to copy this link. So whoever wants this link, just reach out and say yes, and I'll give you the link whenever you're ready. So everyone else, by the way, you still get the 10 bonuses. If you're one of the 5, you get that super bonus. So first of all, before I move forward, I'm going to, Hannah, let's jump in. You've got that bonus, it's yours. Now, you've got time, Hannah. Get in there now and do it as I'm talking through here. You get the 10 bonuses regardless, I promise. See you in London. So the bonus, the first 10 people are joining. So 1, we'll do an in-depth business evaluation worth $1,500 on your business. So apart from us helping you grow your business, setting up your targets, setting up your monthly accountability, we'll give you bonus number 1. Bonus number 2, we'll look at your social media review. We've got a social media expert. We'll dive in. Gillian, you are coming with us, and I booked a lovely restaurant today called Gold. Check it out. It is gorgeous. So can't wait. Glad you're there, Gillian. Gillian's very new to us and joined us, which is great. Social media review worth £300. The next one, we'll give you my book worth $11.99. Worth more than that, I may add, on Amazon. Definitely worth more than $11.99. We've got the Ultimate Marketing course. It should be yours for $3.97. We've got Knowing Your Numbers course. If you really want to get to know your numbers, this is the course for you, $3.97. And of course, the Profit Now course we're going to be covering this month, which is invaluable if you really want to keep some of your profits, you know. So we are giving away well over 3,000 worth. Plus, if you're in the first 5, you get the 1,000 ticket to come to London. You get everything. You get the 9 modules to help grow your business and you become a leader. You get the VIP community of salon owners. You get the group coaching where you get part of the community. You get personal one-to-one coaching with me every week if you want it. You'll have accountability on your figures. Every month we'll ask for your figures and we'll tell you how you're going. We'll let you know, keep you going through there. And access to our live events. So it's less than the price of 1 cut and color a week or 3 cut and blow dries. The question you need to ask yourself, and there's only one question, if you want to be part of our bespoke coaching for your salon. It's a no-brainer, by the way. We have a perfect guarantee. You've got 30 days to get your money back. You can come in. Oh, I love that, Gillian. Everybody should get Richard's book. It's brilliant. It is. Come in for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can leave. I promise you, we've not had many people take us up on that offer. They've stayed, which is fantastic. So get started right now for $4.97 a month. So we have 2 people now that have got the link. We just need to find out as we end through here. I'm not going to hang on too long. We've been here 1 hour and 5 minutes. So the question you need to ask yourself is simple. Do you want to pay with time or do you want to pay with money? Are you ready to be the leader and get your salon to be successful? Or are you happy to be on the path you want?